There's Kathy's thought. Let's get one more in here before we go to the news with Mac Morey. Aaron is next in Mount Juliet. Aaron, what's your response?
I feel like he should have, he shouldn't have taken that stance. They should have all three stayed out. And when he did, that just kind of, opened the door for Kamala and friends to come to town and start a fundraiser. Speaking of Kamala, what is she, the new Al Sharpton or something? I mean, she doesn't want to show up here until she, has some kind of agenda that supports her narrative. But I wanted to ask you about Rex Engelbright when this is about the shooting. I noticed when he got there to the school that the lady was standing there and she had a cell phone in her hand with some instructions for him. Was she standing in front of the windows of the school? And if so, knowing there's an active shooter inside, why didn't the officer at least tell her to take cover?
No, it's a great question. It's a fair question, and I'm going to answer it on the other side. Aaron, keep listening. I can't do it now because we've got to go to the news, but I'm writing it down to make sure I remember to answer the question on the other side of it. News time now on the drive on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Vice President, please take it under advisement. All right, let me answer a question real quick asked by a previous caller regarding the woman standing outside. I've been I hesitate to say this, but I'm going to say it. I hesitate only because I don't want to say things that I have not verified to be true. But the woman standing outside of the Covenant School in the Rex Engelbert video, you see him pull up. Those cameras, those body cameras are set to when they exit their vehicle, they go back like 30 seconds, which is why you always see them come on. When they initiate, somehow they're set up, and smarter people, more electronically in tune with this type of technology can explain it better. I won't try to, but just to say that they're set to when they come on, they go back 30 seconds. Very similar to, when commercial vehicles like 18-wheelers, they're traveling down the road, and we've seen the videos. I have gone down a rabbit hole on YouTube on some of these videos, these traffic accident videos that you see from these commercial truckers, and invariably you see when they hit their button, like it goes back, like it's always filming or it's always on, but it doesn't record until you hit the button, and it can go back like 30 seconds from when you hit the button. Does that make sense? So it can slide back a little bit in time to catch what happened just before the moment that you hit the button. Same thing with the body cam videos. They hit the button, and it slides back a set amount of time, whether it's 15 seconds or 30 seconds. So when the officer gets out of the car is probably when he hits the body cam, but you see him pulling up in his vehicle because it slides back to 30 seconds. All that to say, he pulls up, gets out of his vehicle. There's a woman there. Direct answer to the question from the previous caller is what I can only assume, and I don't have any direct information, is that they were on the other side of the facility, on the other side of the campus away from the shooting. So obviously, had the officer believed that anybody was in danger, I am certain that he would have told her to get to a safe place and out of danger. I believe that the gunfire was happening on the other side of the building because those officers did not seem, any of them, when he was saying, I need three, none of them seemed to believe that they were in direct harm's way. Secondarily, the woman with her phone, and I think she's the one, it might have been a gentleman, but it was either her or another guy that gave him the key. She's out there giving information, good information. All of our kids are accounted for. We're missing 2. We don't know where they are, et cetera, et cetera. I've been told that she had kids in there. I don't have any kids, and I can't say that without choking up. These teachers have gotten a lot of attention. I don't know that they're getting the attention. I don't know how to give them the attention they deserve. And I don't know that they want it because 3 kids and 3 adults died, but it could have been so much worse. And that's what I've been told by trusted sources, that the person that you see in that video had children inside of that building. And she still had the clear-headedness to offer the information that she offered, to talk to the police officer in a way that gave him valuable information in a split second so that he could go in there armed with that information and try to neutralize the threat, which he did. But easy answer to your question is, I am certain that if the officer believed that the woman was in harm's way, they would have moved her out of harm's way. All right, that said, continued reaction to our conversation.
First floor, main lobby of, I'm making entry on the front side. I got a civilian that's in here.
Kids are all locked down, but we have 2 kids that we don't know where they are.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Into my window, so they're upstairs.
Hey. Give me 3. Let's get 3.
All the way down this hall. It's Fellowship Hall. The end of this hall is Fellowship Hall. They just said they heard gunshots down there, and then upstairs are a bunch of kids.
Let's go. I need 3. One more. Let's go.
On the left, Nashville. On the right, your ordinary body cam police footage. These are cropped. The one on the right has a time and date stamp. One on the left does not, which is weird. But what I want you to watch is how the guns act. You look at the one on the left. Kick back. Kick back. Nothing is coming out of that gun. Look at the one on the right. You can see each casing being discharged. Nothing's coming out of that gun on the left. Nothing is coming out of that gun on the left. Here you'll see there's a wall directly to his right. So you should be able to see the casings hitting the wall and ricocheting back. There's 3 shots here. And no casing ricochets. No, look at on the right, you clearly see the casings come out. These are both literally the same guns. I'm assuming 45s, Glocks. There's a wall directly to the right of the gun on the left. You see no casings coming out of that gun. The little black dot you see there, right there, is the lights. It's the lights. Nothing comes out of that gun.
Aren't you guys tired of being here and having to cover all of these mass shootings? I'm from Highland Park. Family vacation with my son, visiting my sister-in-law. I have been lobbying in D.C. since we survived a mass shooting in July. I have met with over 130 lawmakers. How is this still happening? How are our children still dying, and why are we failing them? Gun violence is the #1 killer of children and teens. It has overtaken cars. Assault weapons are contributing to the border crisis and fentanyl. We are arming cartels with our guns and our loose gun laws, and these shootings and these mass shootings will continue to happen until our lawmakers step up and pass gun safety legislation. I'm pretty sure this was an unsecured weapon that this teenager got a hold of. We can't even pass gun safety, like safe storage laws in this country to protect kids from getting a hold of weapons that they shoot each other with.
All right, so we're going to break away there because that reporter who was using that camera is obviously setting up to do a live report there. But the woman said it quite succinctly. Aren't you tired of this? Yes, we are tired of this.